ComMusic is a research project funded by the European Commission that aims at studying several music traditions from an information processing point of view. These are the traditions we are studying. We are studying the two classical traditions of India, Carnatic and Hindustani. We are studying the music tradition that currently is alive in the north of Africa, what is called Arab Andalusian music. Then, of course, the one that is the topic of this tutorial, Beijing opera. And finally, the tradition of Turkey that relates with the Ottoman tradition there, and we call it Turkish Makan.
So this is the more important slide of my presentation. My purpose is to let you understand what is going to happen here. So the starting point, as I said, are the lyrics, right? So here we have a representation of what the convention could be for lyrics. This is the basic unit of lyrics, and because of that, also the basic unit of music, which is the couplet. So the first two characters of the label, that one there, meaning CP, they're accounting for the shenqiang, which is the concept that determines the melodic features. So an actor of Jingju has memorized or had learned a different shenqiang. Each box here represents different shenqiang. And for the second part of the label, yuanpan, established the panshi, which is the concept that establishes the rhythmic features. So having this melodic matrix, he now chooses among the different metrical patterns or rhythmic patterns. Each actor belongs to a role type. Here we have the 5 role types that we are considering for our research because are the more important ones for music. And finally, since they are artists, the individual has to add his or her own interpretation of the music. Also, the lyrics, as you may know, Chinese is a tonal language, so the tones have to be expressed in the music. And then
so let's put back this slide that I showed at the beginning, in which expresses a little bit the research problems that we are working on and the methodologies we are using. So we are starting from data. We are starting from audio data and metadata associated with those recordings or to the music traditions that we are studying. And then we are using 3 types of engineering methodologies. One is signal processing, another one is machine learning, and the other is semantic analysis. So these are the main areas that we are focusing on. And the specific problems that we are working on are these ones. One is understanding melody and understanding the patterns that we can find in a melody. The other is about rhythm and understanding the rhythmic patterns. And this is the part that will be later on talked by Ajay and Sankalp. And then there is this part of semantic relationships, and this is a part that we're not going to talk much here. This is kind of the newest one, and that relates with semantic technologies, and it's basically focused on text-based analysis and analyzing relationships that we can obtain from that. So we will be basically focusing on audio-related tasks. And then, of course, we are putting all that together into a prototype, the Dunya, that by itself also has quite a few research issues that we can study, especially related with navigation, exploration, the concept of similarity, how to display different aspects of the things that we have been analyzing. So again, melodic and rhythmic description are our main focus. The sources of data that we use for this type of analysis are either the symbolic data or the audio and the features that we extract from the audio. But in general, the type of starting point we have are the pitch contours, the extracted pitch analysis that we perform on the recordings we start from. And then on the audio data, again, we start with some sort of audio analysis that can identify like the onsets, and then from then on structure the rhythmic relationships. One of the first problems that we identified that were meaningful for some of our music traditions, and that I believe we did quite a bit of progress solving it, is the idea of tonic identification. From a Western perspective, tonic has a very particular meaning, but in every music tradition it deviates and it has a quite different meaning. So for example, another type of problem related to melody is the issue of intonation. And again, intonation, depending on the tradition, it might mean something different. We are not talking about, in order to be able to combine the analysis of scores with the analysis of audio, a very useful kind of tool or very important research to be done is the idea of aligning the score with the audio so that we can. And then another related problem is the lyrics to audio alignment. A lot of these traditions, and the Jingju music is a particular case, that's a very important problem. We have the lyrics of it. We have this Dunia website, and within that, there is quite a lot of problems that emerge when we have this corpus, we have all these information, metadata, we have all these descriptions about the artists, about the recordings, and we want to make sense out of that. And here there is also quite a bit of interesting research at the semantic level, at the audio and collaboration with semantic analysis. And that's what we're doing, but we are not going to talk much about that. We just leave it like this, but of course you can look at this website at Dunia, and in fact quite easily you can see how many interesting things can emerge by studying and developing technologies for this type of thing. Okay, and that's it.